Can we talk about the banking situation?
Yes.
And the whole Farage debacle?
Well, first of all, I mean, what idiots they must be at NatWest. Because, of course, remember, Coutts is a branch of NatWest. A bank I gave up once, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yes, because I was a Coutts customer, and my son and 3 of his mates went to South America on their gap year, robbed at gunpoint the first night, and all these people who banked at Barclays in the Bullspond Road got their cards back, but it was beyond the capacity of Coutts, despite their reputation, to do the same. So I abandoned Coutts. So there you are. However, I would certainly abandon them if I was still with them now, because what they wrote about Nigel Farage is a disgrace. And the reason it's a disgrace, if you have a banking license, your job is to provide banking services. It's not your job to sit in judgment on your customers' opinions. And now I've got to say to myself, it's time for heads to roll, isn't it? I feel like the old granny sitting beneath the guillotine and French Revolution saying, I want blood. But there's got to be some blood, hasn't there?
I think this apology's gone any way to solve it.
No, because, look, at the end of the day, Dame Alison Rose, who she I hadn't really heard of her, but anyway, she's now made herself front page news. Do you know what she earns? 5 million a year. That's more than you guys get. Certainly more than I get. But 5 million a year is what she gets. Now, how many? If she called us in as her advisor and said, "I'm thinking of getting rid of Nigel Farage because he's not the right image for the bank," wouldn't you have said, "Don't be daft. It's not your job to sit in judgment on people's political opinions, political opinions of your customers." And if she thinks she can make an apology and then it's business as usual and next year the 5 million will come in just as it did last year, I think that something should be done about this. Remember, we as the taxpayers own 38% of this bank. Now, where's the chairman? Where's the board? Why aren't they stepping in to restore confidence? So, and I think anyway, there'll be lots of other stuff that Nigel will be fishing around and trying to get. So I think this is a scandal that will run and run. And it is a scandal because they lied. They lied that it was the fact he didn't have enough cash in his account that meant they could get rid of him. But the reality is they got rid of him because they didn't like his politics.
Nigel Farage has now asked for Dame Alison Rose to be questioned by MPs.
Yes.
Do you think it should go that far? Should there be an investigation
I
into
think
this?
she should be given a really hard time. And you know what? I think she will be given a really hard time. Look, it's irresistible. I mean, a lot of people, politics, they always say, never hit a man or a woman when he's down. It's easier to kick them. She's going to get a real kicking. And she deserves it. Because, frankly, if she had any sense, she'd resign. But she isn't going to resign. She thinks, a sort of carefully crafted, totally unconvincing apology in that letter she sent round is going to be enough to save her skin. At the end of the day, if banks are going to learn from this, and, the idea, I mean, it's ludicrous, isn't it? The idea of banks, and we know what they've been up to. Every week you were getting stuff about banks. The idea that they are commanding the moral high ground, come on.
Yeah, they're hardly moral arbiters, are they?
Exactly.
David, as always, good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.